Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Excuse me while I sit here and try to get myself set up. Let's see, I think I'll do some more of that. I had some fun doing the heavy metal thing yesterday, and currently I'm basically just trying to get this character up to about 200 change. So I figure I'll do a little bit of that and a few strikes and see what I can pick up as I go, hopefully. And next week I'll put the camera on, but today I've just not been feeling it, so. Okay, quick note, must upgrade ship. Because that thing just looks like crap. Of course, that's also all I've got. For now, at least. Well, we'll see how that goes. Okay, that's funky enough for me to do. It's not like anybody's going to be able to see my big screaming colors while I'm in a tank or a mech or something. Ooh, tanks, brigs, and more violence! Alright, now we advance. Okay, it might help if you learned how to hit something. Oopsie. Alright, also might help if you do your level best not to get hit. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Dave still can't hit shit. Come on, I just got off work. Give me a break here. Throw me a bone here. Alright, we got... Yay, I got one! Okay, one got me too, but you know, you do what you can. Okay, where are my boys at? Come on! Ah. I have such great ways to get myself caught and crowded. Alright. Not my best move, I'll admit. Advance! Come on, come on, come on, we need a kill streak. Okay, we need to not start the kill streak with our own team members. Maybe it needs a new set of depleted uranium rounds, or something. Alright. I have a hard enough time with mobility when I'm not wandering around in armor. I'm the guy who'd be just happier running the crew-served weapon, to be perfectly honest. I still have not hit shit. Oh. Lodi Harvey Oswald. Okay, cool name. Gotta give you cred. Slick. if I can do the slide move. Yes, this is still Destiny 2. I will be picking up a couple of other games. I've got my eyes on Ready or Not right now. But currently this is Destiny 2. We're doing the every month or so for the PvP events, they allow us to play with tanks. Ow! That, or have tanks play with us. Welcome to today's Dave is Getting Biker Stomped. I mentioned PvP, not my strongest suit. Also, aiming, apparently not one of my better qualities. Yay! As I say that and finally get a kill. Okay, not being able to move was kind of an issue there, I admit. Lodi Harvey Oswald is still the coolest name. And what trouble have you been up to? Hopefully all has been going well. Yes, I got one! I got two. I got three. Holy shit, I'm actually getting good at this. I agree. I would be totally down for doing, you know, just hanging out, playing, or streaming, or whatever works. I am kind of a shooter over strategy guy, and I do have a fondness for, like, I have to admit, Fallout 76 turned out, after they spent the time to get it right, to be better than I expected. And then there's also a survival fantasy horror game called Once Human that has really become a personal favorite of mine. What have you been playing lately anyway? Ah. Well, I got some goodies out of it. Yeah, the crafting and such in that game, I have to admit, I wound up enjoying much more than Fallout 76, plus you get a whole lot of opportunities to just kind of screw around with things in your environment and such. 200, 208, I'll definitely take that. 210, ooh, I was best dressed. Really? That's all there is in that weapon? Not anymore. I'll have to give that one a closer look. I've been, you know, kind of locked into my own little, like, brain world of this, that, and the other. I need to start actually hitting up my friends and going, what are you guys playing? Tell me about a cool game. Excuse me. Helldivers 2, I love the culture that has kind of sprung up around that. As much as I am not a fan of AI anything, there is a stream of AI videos the game studio put out that has been cracking me up. Yes, I know. Bad creator. Bad. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. A friend of mine, her SO is a professional game streamer, and I remember listening to her playing Helldivers 2, and it looked like she was having some fun getting seriously intense with that. Oh, I got tanks again. Yes, and that's kind of the fun part for me, is that as much as I love story cycles and such in games, which is part of the reason I'm kind of interested in Ready or Not, there's also a part of me that still has a love for, we're just here to wreck shit and have some fun. And also I get to be able to say things like, I'm from Super Canada. Ugh, down I go again. And, like, a certain amount of silliness in the game will always work for me. Yet, of course, again, as I sit here saying, I'm thinking about playing Ready or Not, which everybody is telling me is really dark. I might pick up this week to give it a try. Shit. No! Periodically to spice up Destiny 2, your mission will involve things like tanks. And so, to spice up doing the PvP, they bring out this madness here. Suck at PvP. Oh! Okay. Which way am I going to go? We're not going to go through that one, because that usually results in me being killed. I say as I go in there and do it again anyway. Tell me I got it. Ah! It was so close! Oh, this rate, this one's going to be over real quick. And steps are not good for tanks. Okay, go this way, go that way. Ah! Okay. I should stop this insanity that engages me when I sit there and think, I'm a hunter, I should close in on... You're in a tank, dumbass. Get with the program.
5 minutes remaining.
Oh, you think this is going to last 5 minutes. Ah! Bloodbath! Where? Oh, I was so close to hitting something for once. Boom! Blown to little tiny pieces. I think when they hit 50, I get to basically call the slaughter rule.
Enemy is pushing for victory. Punish them more.
You noticed, huh? Weirdest in what way? I mean, oh, this. Am I still showing... I thought I had reset it, but apparently not. But, you know, sometimes you gotta get samples of blood and guts and destruction. I mean, this is an industrial band after all.
You're defeated. Fight again. Persistence is key.
Oof. I was terrible in that round. Okay, I'll take a look. I think part of it is I need to reset it from my iPad, which I was using before. And now I've got to reinstall or install Streamlabs on my laptop. And I think I'm going to wind up using that instead because there are some issues with placement and lighting and all that kind of stuff with the iPad. Although I was pleasantly surprised to see that the microphone really picked up the sound a lot better than I thought it was going to. Dave Nesbitt, XP whore. And welcome to the Madhouse, Puppetron. It's good to see you as always. Although, like I said, excuse me, for kind of... Oh, cool. Fire when ready. You know, the usual drill. What's in here? I can has thing. I can has not has things.
Checking right away.
Eververse deals in all
So
manner
ship.
of goods.
Let's see what we go. Ooh. It's almost like
Not everything
a space
Fenchurch
DeLorean.
sends is safe to sell.
But seeing as how my current ship is, what's that technical term? Ugly as sin. Oh, I absolutely understand. I try to act like I'm, you know, particularly important. And thankfully my
Anything you
friends
want?
are kind enough to sit there and, at the very least, not contradict me in public. And I'm greatly appreciative of it.
Back from the hunt, I see.
Yep. Didn't really get anything, but you know, that's life. Speaking of... Hi, boss. Got anything for me?
Ah, one of our brightest returns.
Does I has triumphs? I has no triumphs. Okay, maybe I'll try picking that up tomorrow. Right now, I think what I'm going to do is a few strikes. Yeah, my friends are like, well, you know, we could, you know, contemplate the idea of, you know, just acknowledging what he's saying. But on the other hand, we could also just let him go completely mad and see what happens. Okay. Standard. All right, let's see what we got. I have a particularly Wisconsin style issue. I'm digging it. You know, just getting a fondness for hearing stuff that's outside of my usual spectrum of things. Because, you know, about once or twice a year, I find myself getting completely bored with whatever it is that I'm listening to, and it's time to revamp things and shake things up. So, yeah, I will always be there for another song and another artist. But I have a typically strange Wisconsin problem in that I have entirely too much beer in my fridge. I should eventually start working my way through it. My friends are remarkably generous, and when they stop by, they tend to bring very good beer. And I don't drink nearly as much as I used to, so that can be a problem. In terms of, at the very least, trying to get rid of it. Okay, Aaron, how did you... Oh, that's right. I'm not playing... Ooh, okay, cool. That's a term for a genre I had never even heard before, and now I'm kind of psyched to hear a bit more about it. I died. No! I survived! Well done, Dave. Well done. Dumbass. Alright, next. I need to swap out to... Yes, short-circuiting. Please note, you're not playing your Titan. Please adjust your jumping accordingly. I am going the wrong fucking way. Alright. Oh, hell yeah. Epic rampage! He slices, he dices, he makes julienne fries! Greetings, gentlemen. Oh, I helped you guys were at swinging range. Next, who are you? That. Thank you. Definitely take that. Oh man. Alright, I was a little low on health there. That was an issue. It's kind of like when you sit there, there's been some interviews I've been reading with old school session musicians, and so you get people like Steve Lukather who literally have, like no joke, tens of thousands of studio credits for their work. I'm also amused to realize that the band that played the vast majority of the background tracks on Michael Jackson's Thriller, it was pretty much the members of Toto, because those guys are all monster fucking studio guys. Okay, that's what I needed. Let's back up out of this shit. Reset my weapon. Because swords are fun, but machine guns are infinitely more practical. Greetings, gentlemen. Okay, so I killed him, but he hung out for a bit. Alright, got it. Huh. Yeah. The problem always being that, especially when you're not used to working in music production, a lot of times you really have no idea what the hell it is that you should be asking for, or, you know, even trying to demand. And, I mean, let's face it, Trent is every bit as much a perfectionist for the artists on his labels and such as he is for anybody else, so... Ow! That hurt. It's okay. True, I think like the closest he's probably ever come to that was like his first album. Because he admitted after the fact that there were elements of that record that he was not particularly pleased with in terms of like the production elements, but that was also the one record you can honestly say was the primary producer was not Trent Reznor.
A hatred as pure and potent as sunshine.
I think Trent actually just hires producers to have somebody to tell him, okay, time to stop.
No what the Guardians
You have added
had done.
entirely too much shit to this.
She watched as her lineage fell, one after the other. Crota, Oryx, Omnigul, and she is eager to return that pain.
We. Okay. Advance into carnage. Hey, are there any bad guys around here? That would actually sounds just about right. I mean, he'd spent enough time by that point, by the time of like Broken and stuff like that, that he knew, you know, as much as you could imagine about studio production and put it to the best possible work that he could. And coming in, I mean, it's one of the things that hard to explain in certain circumstances, but I had a brain seconds ago, I swear to God. But pre-producing an album is every bit as important if you're planning on not spending an absurd amount of money to do it. Sitting down and having, you know, walking in knowing exactly what the arrangements are going to be, having the band properly rehearsed and ready to go, all of those, you know, make doing the record considerably easier. I mean, I've basically been sitting around doing it the Rolling Stones method with Vosberg, but, you know, sit in the studio, play a thing, eventually we'll hear something we like, and then stomp on it a few dozen times. Sucks to be you. Alright, that is not even remotely funny, and don't do it again. Yeah. You know, it's kind of like there's plenty, once you get done with a particular project, as much as you want to sit there and declare it the, you know, seventh, you know, the wonder of the world, or eighth wonder of the world, the harsh reality is that almost inevitably the only thing you're going to see is the mistakes that you still feel like you made in there. I'm amazed that editors in film and video don't, you know, suffer from like acute runs of depression as a result of that. Ah, God damn it. You're leaving me hung out here, aren't you? Yep. Fuck you. Oh, thank you. And that's how you cheat. True that. Oh, come on, really? You know, walking into, I'm yet to have the circumstance where, although I am planning on messing with some stuff this week, and when I do, I'll actually post it to the free section. But I've got something that I know how I want it to sound.
Here she comes.
So now I think I'll actually have some fun going through and, you know, explain each step as I'm going through it, and then post each part as I put it up. Take that. Boom! Oh, yes, so very, very dead. There's another one down. Oops. I got a twofer. Yeah, whenever you see those dudes with the green heads, it is time to start backing the fuck up real quick. Okay, that has finally come up for streaming. I have to sit down and watch that. That, and I'm hoping to get out and see weapons this weekend.
Eris, it's over. Hashladoon is dead.
This is a relief to hear. But Hashladoon's presence is no coincidence. The Hive must have grander ambitions for the Pyramid's influences. Return to me. There is much to discuss.
Okay, return to orbit. Yeah, I think I'd do that again. Time check. World. There we go. Let's try it one more time and see what happens. Okay, just for that descriptor alone, I might have to sit down and give that one a listen. Okay, now what color should I make this? Okay. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to do that just because it's such a total shock to the system. Yay, I have ship. Oh, they're there. Also, Martyr Loser King. Yeah, I just for that title, I'm a bit of a fan already. Yep, that's right. Just jump on me and attack. Just because I'm wearing a point defense weapon. Can't forget these things take a second or two to reload. And bullet to the face, bullet to the face. Welcome to the land of blessed buckshot. Okay, how close are we on that? Yeah, I remember hearing about that because Trent had it up on the Nothing Records website.
Desecrated, drained of their light.
The most we can do now is honor their sacrifice.
Burn out the hive, Guardian. Carry on their mission. The hive
Come
are performing
on.
deranged experiments with the light. To think those Guardians were slaughtered for this. Cut the hive down with their own swords.
Okay. Yay, shotgun calibration is done. Oh, yeah. Basically, he was kind of hoping that, you know, he could effectively get Saul to ride on his coattails, but I don't think at the time that people were quite ready for that. That one. Oh, hey. Revived. Ah, the sweet sound of a hive ghost squishing. Just makes me feel better, really. Okay, quests. Stasis spores. Come on, build my health up so I can check my gear again. Thank you. All right. Now continue moving and you won't die. Advance, attack, attack, advance. Squish! Fuck your ghost. And you get many bullets in the face. And I get my ass kicked. Okay. It seems to balance out, really. Thank you. Alright, I like this weapon already. It's the first round I've acquired from it. Shit! Ow! Ow, ow, ow! That did not go as planned. Not the party I wanted to attend. Advance, advance. Of course. Of course, sometimes it's just not the best thing to be the first one to do a thing. Yeah, I do remember that when he put out Ghost during a period of time afterward, he effectively gave it away for free, and it still debuted at number 1 because it was new Nine Inch Nails material. I'll get the ads.
Those projections of Savathun aren't real, but they do real damage. Lucky for us, so does the Synaptic Spear. Drive it through the Witch Queen's illusions.
Now, mind you, I think that people would be far more into a hip-hop album involving Trent now. But also, I think his reputation as producer. Oh yeah, we definitely wanted our industrial music and not a whole lot else. Thank you. And I'll freely admit that was me too. Because if not, I would be sitting here lecturing you on the Saul Williams record. Because, you know me, I would have listened to it about 100,000 times. Advance. Ooh, that did not go well. Up and at 'em! Dump a hole right through the middle of the enemy. Or I could die. I could do that too. Yeah. I will get you! I will! Yeah, I can understand that too, but you know me, Captain Music Obsessive. You know, typical of me anytime I find something I like. You better believe that sucker is going to get run into the ground. I genuinely do appreciate my friend's patience for that.
When I commanded my forces against the Guardians, I saw you as children, spoiled by the light. But now that I fight alongside you, I see that your true power is your metal, not your traveler's blessing.
Metal!
Hundreds of years of dying over and over have made the Guardians fearless and ferocious.
That's the kind of resolve I need on my war council, Lord Saladin.
Okay, 200. 200. Ooh, those are boosted up pretty nicely. Alright. Let's say nice things to my teammates. Alright. And I will be back in just a second. My ship bears a passing resemblance to a DeLorean. Ow. Alright, let's do at least one more of these things. Okay. Ooh. Okay, let's boost this bad boy up. Okay, got that. Okay, got that's all set. I need bigger guns. Oh wait, come to think of it, I can get bigger guns. And then I can give those guns bigger numbers. And that entire concept does actually make sense to me. Now what I need is a rocket launcher with, I believe that one has it. Chain reaction surplus. Okay, not quite what I needed. Not that one. Ooh. See. That one, though, I do want. Okay. I'll put that one in play. All right. I need to boost up my armor, but we'll deal with that in a bit. And we'll do that there. Give me what I want. Okay, there we go. Although, thinking of the Nine Inch Nails thing, I was kind of amused that one of my favorite podcasts is two Vancouver goth industrial DJs. and the podcast is called We Have a Technical. And, you know, they talk about Nine Inch Nails being a legacy act and how they usually won't report on that, but they did go see in Vancouver, and they're just like, yep, typical, and as usual, Trent arrived and pretty much just laid waste to the place. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. The one thing you can definitely say whenever that band is playing is you're got a significantly good chance that you're going to get an amazing show. Ooh. Come back to that. That can go. Okay. Advance into battle. Onward! And... oh, traffic accident.
All right, Guardian. The Cabal are determined to dig up something bad, and they've got the head start. You're gonna need to hustle to close the gap.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, their live shows are just consistently, like, I think in terms of, like, putting on an actual show, like, the only band I can really say that has consistently done as well, just, you know, in terms of staging and everything else, I'd have to give Iron Maiden being one of the ones that definitely would be that level of, you know, expectation for a live performance. last time I saw them was, I mean, saw Maiden, not Maiden, but Nine Inch Nails was, God, 2008, 2009, somewhere in there. I think I know the mistake I'm making. Nope, I'm good. All right. Huh. Okay, I have to admit that would throw me too. Goes down. That stays. You get taken down. It's always weird when you see somebody in a situation like that and you're like, dude, I thought you were on our team. Part of the reason why when I tell people, so anyway, at church, I'm like, don't worry, don't freak out. It's a Unitarian church, so the chances of me trying to trying to sell you on the, upsides of following the Gospels are pretty slim, despite the fact that, I have a fondness for the Gospels. It's all those other books that they put together that I'm like, really? Those moments when we kind of want to go, Saul/Paul wasn't even like one of the apostles. Can we maybe discount what he had to write? And maybe throw in a couple of more Gospels too, just because. Because, I'm a little gospel rich like that. I was going to shoot at air. Fuck you, air. Boom! Yeah. Like, those are the books that I'm a big fan of, to be perfectly honest. Like, the guy in that book, I totally would, be more than willing to sit there and go, okay, you got a philosophy that I can agree with, let's hang out. Sadly, somehow, Jesus fan fiction has seemed to become kind of a big thing with these guys, and I'm not there for that. Two. There we go. Take that. Now then. Okay. Sure, I'll just keep shooting the body. It just works out better that way.
They're looking for the deep stone crypt here. Then they're groping around in the dark, so to speak.
Sounds like there's plenty else they could find around here. Keep pushing, Guardian.
Oh God, yeah. Tim LaHaye is one of those people that was just kind of like a cancer, not just upon the world, but on his own fucking faith. I mean, should there be an actual honest-to-God judgment day, I mean, I'm sure I'm going to have plenty of things I'll have to answer for, but I'll basically be sitting there going, yeah, but before you send me into whatever lake of fire you got in mind, can I watch you do that with these guys first, please? I mean, that is a classic example of taking the Lord's name in vain. Yeah, I've got a coworker, guy I actually really like. He's a decent dude from Africa named Peter.
Begin the rite of proving.
And he's kind of fallen into that whole evangelical thing with the rapture and such. And my inner Jesuit educated kid wants to sit there and go, that's not really a thing. But I figure that poor fucker's been through enough in his life that I don't feel like pissing on his faith. As we all know, just telling everybody their faith is wrong is the perfect way to make sure that they'll get onto the whole intellectual train. Happens all the time, right? Shit. Shit. Ow. That stung. But again, as is a manner of fan fiction, people saw that concept, loved it, and then proceeded to ask the author, "Hey, can you include that?" And they were like, "No." I'm waiting for a rewrite of the Bible from the ground up at this point. You know, somewhere. There's going to be an evangelical Bible with the Republican Jesus remix in it. Haha. Haha. Ooh. Yeah, I always got time for a new Bad Religion release, especially when it's making fun of something I am not a fan of.
You know, sometimes I forget how pleasant it is. The quiet after battle.
Pleasant, yes. Brief. Especially on a moon like Europa.
All the more reason to enjoy it while it lasts.
And back to the tower. Oh, I thought I hit it. Of course I hadn't. Get a brain. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na, get a brain. Now suddenly I had this image in my mind of a Jesuit punk band, and yeah, well, if nothing else, when you talk about people who have deep conviction for what they're doing, that band would definitely be the one. Okay, did I get anything new in here? Come on!
Underway.
Ooh.
Confirmed. All done. Let's check.
Yep. Isn't just in time.
Big dinner. Big dinner.
Good. You're back. Very good. Be brave.
A transaction to make, Guardian?
Yes, give me all your stuff. That'll do. Wait a minute, I wonder. I'll come back to that in a moment. Hello, tree.
How's the good fight, Guardian?
Going better than anticipated.
Down. You want the same?
Yes?
Okay.
Careful out there.
See. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Don't ask, just do. One of those moments where I would totally Shorzy that guy. Ooh, got a nice collection there. Okay. Ooh, okay, that one's cool. Ooh. And this one. Wait, nope, that wasn't what I wanted. I didn't want to do that. My bad. Sorry. Okay. That one's also funky. It's my Space SR-71. Alright. Go with that for now. Okay. Okay. There's that. Alright, and with that, I am calling it a night. Thanks for hanging out. Always, it's great to just sit around and have a conversation. And I look forward to hanging out again soon. Away we go. And hopefully I'll be back to Once Human after the 21st.